Hello, great day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, depende sa kung anong oras nyo papanoorin ito or pakikinggan ito ang ating Sunday Reflection with me, Ma'am Kurt. So, for today, we are on the 19th Sunday in Ordinary Time. So, ngayon po ay August 7. Ayun. Simula na tayo. So, ang ating readings for today, the first reading is from the book of Wisdom, chapter 18, verses 6 to 9, and the psalm is Psalm 33. Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be His own. And for the second reading, that is letter to the Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1 to 8 and 8 to 12. And for the gospel, we have the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 32 to 48. For the first reading, basahin natin yung text mismo. The night of the Passover was known beforehand to our fathers, that with sure knowledge of the oaths in which they put their faith, they might have courage. Your people awaited the salvation of the just, and the destruction of their foes. For when you punished our adversaries, in this you glorified us, whom you had summoned. For in secret the holy children of the good were offering sacrifice, and putting into effect with one accord the divine institution. And for the second reading, brothers and sisters, faith is the realization of what is hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Because of it, the ancients were well attested. By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance. He went out, not knowing where he was to go. By faith, he sojourned in the promised land as in a foreign country, dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, heirs of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and maker is God. By faith he received power to generate, even though he was past the normal age, and Sarah herself was sterile. For he thought that the one who had made the promise was trustworthy. It was that there came forth from one man, himself as good as dead, descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as countless as the sands on the seashore. Ayan. And for the gospel naman po, medyo mahaba ito. This is the Gospel of St. Luke na kung saan si Kristo ay nakipag-usap sa kanyang mga disciples. Nagsabi siya, "Do not be afraid any longer, little flock, for your Father is pleased to give you the kingdom. Sell your belongings and give alms. Provide money bags for yourselves that do not wear out. Inaccessible treasure in heaven, that no thief can reach nor moth destroy. For where your treasure is, there also will your heart be. Gird your loins and light your lamps, and be like servants who await the master's return from a wedding, ready to open immediately when he comes and knocks. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds vigilant on his arrival. Amen, I say to you, he will gird himself, have them recline at table, and proceed to wait on them. And should he come in the second or third watch, and find them prepared in this way, blessed are those servants. Be sure of this, if the master of the house had known the hour when the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. He also must be prepared, for at an hour you do not expect, the Son of Man will come. Then Peter said, Lord, ito bang parabolang ito ay para sa amin or para sa lahat? And the Lord replied, Who then is the faithful and prudent steward, whom the master will put in charge of his servants to distribute the food allowance at the proper time? Blessed is that servant whom his master on arrival finds doing so. Truly I say to you, he will put him in charge of all his property. But if that servant says to himself, My master is delayed in coming, and begins to beat the men servants and the maid servants, to eat and drink and get drunk, then that servant's master will come on an unexpected day and at an unknown hour, and will punish him severely and assign him in a place with the unfaithful. That servant who knew his master's will but did not make preparations nor act in accord with his will shall be beaten severely. And the servant who was ignorant of his master's will but acted in a way deserving of a severe beating shall be beaten only lightly. Much will be required of the person entrusted with much, and still more will be demanded of a person entrusted with more. So, yun yung gospel natin ngayong linggo. So, God is always reminding us. God is always giving us different opportunities para pagsilbihan siya, para iserve siya, para ipalaganap ang kanyang pagmamahal, iparamdam sa kapwa natin ang kanyang pagmamahal, ang kanyang grace, ang kanyang great blessings at the same time. So, dito sa readings natin ngayon, it's a very good reminder. Umpisahan ko doon sa sinasabi natin na faith, paniniwala, and bicol, that is pagtubod. Right? So, faith is something na no particular unit of measurement can measure it. Diba? Because faith is something na it is something na yung relationship natin siya sa Diyos. So, nothing can measure that but you and God alone. Ikaw ang makakapagsabi kung how are you? Kumusta ka? Kumusta yung paniniwala mo? Kamusta yung faith mo sa Diyos? So, it is indeed na yung paniniwala natin sa Diyos is actually isa siyang, I consider it as a gear. Tulad ng sa isang sasakyan na ito yung nagbibigay sa atin ng konsepto, ito yung nagbibigay sa atin ng guide, ito yung bagay na makakasiguro tayo na kapag meron tayo nito, kapag meron tayong paniniwala sa Diyos, magbibigyan tayo nito ng assurance na yung mga ginagawa natin, yung efforts natin, every step that we do, or every help na ginagawa natin, every ideas that we have, hindi yan naiiwan na hindi naririnig ng Diyos. Everything, for as long as we have faith, everything is recorded in God, or recorded by God. So, He will repay. Tulad nga nung nasa gospel din na marami ang sisingilin ng Diyos. Not literally na sisingilin. Pero, since binigyan ka ng Diyos ng maraming bagay, may pinagkatiwala sa'yo. So, kung ano yung pinagkatiwala sa'yo, sana bilang tao, panindigan natin at patunayan natin na naging responsable tayo sa mga binigay niya. Kasi sayang ng opportunity na binibigay sa atin ng Diyos kung sasayangin lang natin ang mga yun. So, yun dun sa last na nakalagay na nga doon na much will be required doon sa mga taong much din yung binigay. Pero, more ang mas. Diba? More na mas pa. So, mas marami, mas higit ang inaasahan ng Diyos sa mga taong pinagpala niya or biniyayaan niya ng mas sobrang madaming mga regalo or blessings. Kaya, let's have a self-reflection. Ano nga ba yung mga bagay-bagay na nirigalo sa akin ng Diyos or binigay sa akin ng Diyos? Am I using those blessings para i-bless pa ang ibang tao? Or maybe at one time or sometime sa buhay natin, ako ba yung tao na ayokong ma-share? Why? Kasi baka pag nag-share ako, mawalan ako. Do not worry about that. Hindi ka mawawalan. That's for sure. Because alam ng Diyos na kapag i-share mo ang isang bagay, tulad ng isang kandila, you are consuming yourself to give light. So once na natutupos na tayo, or tulad ng isang pitchel na nagpupuno tayo ng tubig sa mga baso, mai-empty tayo. And God knows that. Alam niya yun na mangyayari yun sa atin. Kaya nga, it's always better na maging empty din tayo. Why? Because kapag naging empty din tayo, the more blessings God will give us. Definitely. Why? Kasi hindi niya hahayaan na mag-serve tayo, na mag-bless tayo, pero tayo ay empty. He will definitely make effort na talagang i-fill up niya ulit tayo dahil nga i-share natin, ibinabahagi natin at madami tayong ginagawa. So tulad nung kanta, I don't know kung na maalala niyo pa siya, pero napakasikat nitong kanta na Kailan Pa by the Papuri Singers. 'Di ba? Kailan ka pa maglilingkod sa Diyos? Kapag wala ng oras, kapag matanda na. This is the usual kasi nangyayari. Ay, hindi pa ako lalapit sa simbahan, hindi ako magsaserve sa simbahan. It's because I am still enjoying my life. Pero ang point doon, hindi ba talaga tayo pwedeng mag-enjoy while at the same time serving God? Pero dahil po ako, this is a personal, ako mismo ito. I find it super duper happy and enjoying kapag nagsiserve ako. Kaya nung nag-resign ako from teaching, hindi ako masyadong nag-worry dahil sabi ko nga, God will definitely bless me with so much. Diba? So, naging empty ako for the teaching, but He filled me so much opportunities. He gave me, He planned out everything for me. Kaya confident ako na I will never get lost. Kaya nag-teary-eye ako because it's a transformation, it's a process of reformation, transfiguration siya kasi God is changing a different perspective of life in me. Teaching is my passion ever since bata ako. Ayan, sorry naman. So yun, wag lang tayong magsawa na maniwala sa Diyos because it will never go wrong. It will never be unheard by God. God knows everything. Magtiwala lang tayo at all times. Lagi lang tayong magdasal. Alright? So yun po yun. Thank you so much for listening and watching this Sunday Reflection with Ma'am Kurt. Hope you learned a lot from me today. So God bless. So yun lang naman. We are all God's vessel of His great love. So i-manifest natin yun. Let us be a reflection of His true love sa bawat isa. Regardless kung sino man na makakalubilo natin. So God bless your weekend and great and blessed weekdays to come. Don't forget subscribe to my channel. I-hit niyo po ang notification bell para po updated kayo sa aking mga reflections and iba-iba pa mga aspeto kung ano yung nasa buhay ko. God bless.